Introduction by Stuart Morris. Many times I have watched dogs and cats eat grass when they are ill. Also, other animals intuitively know that certain plants can assist them in their healing process. Millions of years ago, our ancestors, in the same way, would have known, if not intuitively then from experience, that some plants were poisonous and others had the ability to restore health. As well as seeing, touching and tasting the plants, they would have smelled them and been intuitively drawn to them. We can begin to build up a history of aromatic plants used therapeutically with the ancient Egyptians, who used these medicinal plants in almost every area of their lives. They used them for healing or as ingredients in cosmetics and in burial rituals such as mummification. The Egyptians acquired a vast knowledge of essences. We know this from archaeologists discovering books containing herb remedies from Egyptian physician pots and containers. They were kept in bottles, vases, glasses and even boxes made of wood or ivory. Archaeologists found the presence of herbs such as frankincense, myrrh, juniper, cinnamon, and many more. Cocktails of various herbs were used by the Egyptian physicians containing anything between 50 and 90 components to treat such state of minds like anxiety, depression, fatigue and much more. The Chinese some 2500 BC used aromatic plants for religious practice. Also, they were used in the practice of massage to help maintain and restore a healthy body. The Chinese still use many herbs in their hospitals today. Mauritius, a Greek physician, experimented with aromatic plants and wrote down the stimulating and sedative qualities of each one. The books produced, Herbarius, all 5 volumes, became the standard medical text for the next 1,000 years. The 17th century was the golden age of the English herbalists, Culpeper, Parkinson and Gerarda, but by the end of the 17th century there seems to have been a change from herbs to synthetic forms of medicine. At the turn of the 18th century many oils were being used, but it was comprehensively the beginning age of the chemist. Most often herb tests were abandoned in preference to chemical drugs which acted more powerfully. This still continues today. In the 20th century, a chemist named René Maurice Gattefossé researched the cosmetic uses of essences of plants. 2 things happened during his research. The first was that he gathered enough information to convince himself that many essential oils had great antiseptic qualities, more so than some antiseptic chemicals used at that time. Secondly, that one of Gattefoss's hands was burned during an experiment. He immersed his hand in neat lavender oil and was amazed at how quickly the burn healed. Even more amazing was the fact that there was no sign of infection and no scar was left behind. He researched further into the properties of essential oils. He found that oils not only had the ability to heal the skin, but were capable of helping mental conditions such as anxiety and depression. He termed the phrase aromatherapy. As with most healing systems and most philosophies, we have diluted and tried to make our thinking fit with the current time. Yet in doing so we have lost something that nature and evolution has graced us with. We have moved away from nature-nurture and tried to fix only the symptom. But another time is approaching us now where we are now beginning to return to a holistic approach to health and well-being, and that means looking again within nature and nurturing ourselves within that process. We are moving back to a time where we will have no choice but to address the whole as our planet and its self-regulating mechanisms take hold. In much the same way, we will finally come to realize that we are connected to her and each other in ways that we never really appreciated before. The real age of spirituality is about to be bestowed upon us, as this realization of what we have with, and could lose, is played out through the changes we will each experience. We are truly one and dependent on each other, in much the same way as one part of the body is connected to another. In the same way we are connected to nature, and her resonance is alive in every herb and plant and drop of essential oil produced from them. In moving away from the whole and isolating one chemical from a certain medicinal plant, chemists left behind the resonance of these plants. Each of these plants has an intuitive quality that has the ability to listen, nourish, nurture and restore not just the mind and body but the spirit, the soul of a person, much like the 38 healers that Edward Bach intuitively discovered. Dr. Edward Bach, source, Physician Heal Thyself, author, Dr. Edward Bach, In the dilution process as outlined in this brief history, we have been led away from the whole and not really understood that everything in nature, including us, has a resonance which is linked to the source of all life and its creator. This Intuitive Oils booklet is an insight into the inherent resonance of certain essential oils contained in the healing balms that we make here at Birmingham Holistic Health Centre. A total of 16 healing balms have been formulated, each with a personality as different and as unique as each human being. All of them have a name that intuitively corresponds to their inherent qualities and individual personality. Each balm is individually blended by hand in fresh herbs of lavender, rosemary, whole clove, juniper berries, olive oil, organic beeswax with various herbs, flower essences, essential oils and secret ingredients that have been passed on to me that I believe entitles these balms to be labeled as healing balms. It is an attempt to awaken in the reader an awareness of these intuitive qualities in the hope that you become more aware of the fact that you are also part of the invisible but perfect fabric of life. As you apply each balm, it will also awaken within you the voice of awareness that connects you to the inner wisdom of your true self. Our healing balms contain the following essential oils, and we will give you the intuitive names of each oil not written about in any other text. Each oil has a personality, not just a chemical composition, and therefore this is a totally unique view of each essential oil. Rosemary, the releaser. Lavender, the listener. Sweet orange, the EH formula. Rose, after the rain. Peppermint shingle. Lime, refreshingly simple. Mei Chang, may you always be. We will introduce you to each oil. Rosemary, the releaser. When you add rosemary to base oils such as avocado, it comes alive. Rosemary has the ability to release memories in the muscles and joints, relieving them of any anger or resentment that may have built up within them. It is true to say that the body holds the memory in the same way as it is stored in the mind. The body, in its wisdom, attempts to limit the damage, and so it stores trauma inside the system. Rosemary is an oil that can help stimulate one's mind and senses back towards vitality and health. It strengthens and encourages, and then it releases the restrictions that have lain unconsciously within one's mind and allows a healing to begin. Use this balm alongside the prayer of forgiveness, and peace of mind will be your reward. If you wish to let go of any negativity, then use this oil to release those knots that contain the negative memory within them. Rosemary has the ability to release, restore, and finally recapture the moment prior to the build-up of tension, anxiety, fear, and physical aches and pains. It knows the job it is here for and is very direct in its approach, as it will within seconds go about its business, intuitively sensing and releasing any emotion that is not beneficial to your well-being. It will also not promise anything that it can't deliver, and in that sense is very matter-of-fact, a very direct, no-nonsense approach. Rosemary is a beautiful oil to use with a forgiving approach to life. Forgiveness is the highest form of love, without which we can never feel peace of mind. May I suggest that you write out a list of all those you need to forgive and each day read it out to yourself. You could even write a letter out and then destroy it. You will have to do this perhaps many times, but will miraculously find confirmation on some level that your intention to forgive has been heard. I am not saying it's an easy process, but I am saying it is a healing process. If you can pass through the resistance to the practice of forgiveness, please understand that forgiveness means closure, it means a new beginning. There is no greater gift you can give yourself, and you deserve that. Learn to forgive and again and again. Use rosemary to ease away any resentment, and you step towards closure and peace of mind. Lavender, the listener. Soothing, nurturing, and relaxing. Lavender has the ability to listen into your system. She has a mothering quality and will just listen and soothe and comfort you. She listens in, and as she does so, she soothes, relaxes, and comforts. The listener balm has a calming scent that makes it an excellent tonic for the nerves and helps in treating migraines, headaches, depression, nervous tension and emotional stress. Its refreshing aroma removes nervous exhaustion and restlessness and increases mental activity. If there are times in your life where you feel that you can't take another step forwards because of resentment, fear, anxiety, fatigue, loneliness or depression, then gently apply this wonderful balm. It is in her ability to listen in without speaking too soon that you are allowed to recover. She carries with her a quality that is hers and hers alone, that can begin to mend any broken heart. She nourishes and nurtures the soul in a very caring and gentle manner, offering time and gentleness into the equation as she begins to lay her hand upon your weary brow, bringing with her a peaceful presence which will soothe, comfort and steady the mind and heart. If we don't attain our goal in life, our prayers are passed on to those we are closest to, our children, our families, to those we have loved. In that way the process continues, and we always do. The wisdom of lavender says, if we don't reach what we aspire to on some level, nothing is ever truly lost. It is true to say the simple things in your life answer your deepest needs. Look for the synchronicities and coincidences in your life, as they will confirm to you that you have been heard and are not alone. Remember, coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. Nothing happens by chance. Don't push your way through, don't force. Gentleness is the key. Soften through forgiveness, through acceptance along your way. Stay in the moment, but don't take the moment too seriously. Understand that even this problem will pass. It always has, it always does, and it always will. Try to see your life as a story, and like the best stories there will be many different chapters and many different experiences, each will pass in time. I sat with and asked a young woman once who was dying in a hospice, what have you learned about life? After some deep thought she said, I have felt pain in my life and so much anger, resentment, and I know how powerful these emotions are, yet I have felt love, and I have learned that love is so much more powerful. There is a wisdom within lavender, and your senses will draw her wisdom into your mind and body when applied. Sweet orange. When in doubt or melancholic, apply this balm. Sweeten the bitterness of life with this healing balm. As you gently rub into your temples or your brow, it will ease away past resentments and fatigue all stored within one's mind. The EH formula allows you to view the past hurts with a different perspective, all of which will dissolve as the balm intuitively finds its path. Disillusionment will ease as this balm has the ability to lift your mind from a melancholic state to totally lifting one's spirit in the process. Lifting the veil of doubt and uncertainty from within, it will give you a newfound confidence in your ability to achieve success in any area of your life. This balm and essential oil renews and sweetens the taste for life that you once may have lost due to past hurts. It allows you to focus your mind on your goals, and in doing so, releasing past failures and traumas with acceptance. It brings forth a newfound confidence and enthusiasm in oneself and others, enabling you to achieve your goals with the focus of your intentions. Orange will bring forth courage, and so use this essential oil when you require courage. The balm is named the A formula, named after a great friend and mentor who taught me courage. Use affirmations when you use the essential oils or healing balms. Affirmations are like a dripping tap. Little by little they will saturate the mind with the positive intentions you strive for. Write down your worries, cares and fears, or what you really want in life. Ask yourself what would answer that worry or fear or desire in life. Then write out your answers paraphrased as affirmations in a booklet or a card. Carry them around with you and look at them daily. Base your affirmations around your own circumstances in life. Let them answer your worries and concerns and not become someone else's words written on a page that really don't have any relevance to you and your life. Support your affirmations with the right actions. For example, if you are working with an issue about your health, then look at the whole subject, including the right foods in your diet, relaxation and exercise. Support each of your affirmations in the same way, and visualize the outcome you want daily. Affirmations, when said as a prayer, evoke a deeper desire in us to be heard by something greater than ourselves. Within us is this deep need to be heard and answered, since the birth of man, throughout every generation and every culture. When you do this work, you will then find you meet the right people, hear the right words, or pick up the right book. All by chance, or so it seems, when in fact you are co-creating with the source of life. Remember, coincidence is God's way or remaining anonymous. Here are some examples that you could use. These can be spoken as you apply your chosen balm or essential oil daily. I am part of the invisible but perfect fabric of life. The world around me is what it is, I chose to respond with love. I am learning to forgive again and again and again. It is my intention that moves me towards confidence, health, vitality and joy. It is my intuition that I trust to guide me. I can step out and accomplish the things I want to with confidence, for I know that life will support me. I choose to truth the process of life. I am safe and secure. After the rain, rose essential oil. Rose is known as the Queen of Oils and has been given the gift of being able to have the freedom to roam. She will give you the emotional trait that you need at the right time. Renowned for lifting depression and anxiety, in fact she is so much more than that. Rose has the ability to have an all-round healing quality. It soothes fear, anxiety and feelings of anger, frustration, resentment and jealousy. Easing grief, encouraging contentment and dissipating guilt. In fact, it will match your emotional unrest in any area of your mind. Since most of these emotional states are commonplace, it seems it would be good to carry this balm or oil around with you in your pocket, as it acts as the most wonderful tonic for the mind and spirit. Imagine opening a curtain to let in the sunshine, then the window which allows not just the light but the feel of air and its warmth upon your skin. Your response is immediate as this combination floods your room with these wonderful qualities. Rose is similar in her ability to change and flood your mind with the light you need, hence Rose's reputation for lifting depression and anxiety, but in fact her qualities go way beyond that and is a healer of remarkable substance. Rose is the mother of all oils. Her gift of subtly adding courage where you once felt weak, her ability to ease despair where you once felt alone, her ability to evoke laughter and to see the light through any emotional pain are all imbibed in the balms that contain Rose. Wisdom of the Rose. Unexpected events can have a positive or negative outcome depending on how we respond to them. For example, a half-hour delay might have saved you from a road traffic accident, or someone who stops to help you change a flat tire might turn out to be someone you really needed to meet. The breakup of a relationship may open so many other doors in your life, liberating you in ways that you never dreamed possible. Such occurrences teach us to stop judging events as necessarily good or bad, right or wrong, and instead just let life flow. A parent with cancer may be worrying about the effect on their children, but if an author's best source of empathy and insight was their painful childhood because their parent was ill with cancer, then what's to say what is good or bad in our childhood or adult life? Understand that adversity carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit, and sometimes you have no choice but to allow time to reveal the benefits. Always, on reflection, you will discover the why. Until then, realize that the journey from here to there will never be over. On some level we will always be traveling. The truth is, love heals. All disease is an aspect of the self that has moved away from love. Choose peace in all situations, choose peace and apply love. As you heal your life, the byproduct will be physical. The meaning of life, the journey of this life and all lives, is one back towards love. Great healers have given out of love. Their journey is complete. You and I also have the opportunity to complete this journey back to love. Rose, such a beautiful and powerful healer. Peppermint essential oil. Relieves shock, headaches, digestive tonic. Peppermint shingle balm is able to provide relief from stress, depression and mental exhaustion due to its refreshing nature. It is also effective against anxiety and restlessness. The muscle-relaxing property of peppermint oil has been found to ease irritable bowel syndrome. This has been validated through preliminary scientific research, though the exact mechanism is still unknown. The health benefits of peppermint include its ability to treat indigestion, respiratory problems, headache, nausea, fever, stomach and bowel spasms and pain, due to the presence of menthol. This wonderful, uplifting blend, as with all of these balms, eases onto the skin. Just a little goes a long way on the temples and can be used for headaches, lack of energy, tiredness, fatigue and indigestion. It stimulates the brain and aids clear thinking, leaving you fresher and brighter, ready for any task that lies before you. This balm or oil can also be used for the relief of shock because of its stimulant properties. Also for relief of numerous respiratory problems including nasal congestion, sinusitis, asthma, bronchitis, coughs and colds. It cleanses, calms, settles, eases, comforts, relaxes, aids letting go. Mei Chang has the most wonderful way of opening up one's mind so that you can clarify the way forward in life. It has a prayer, and as you apply the oil it allows you to see before you a clearer path. It guides and opens in the most beautiful way, allowing grace in her many forms to reveal themselves in your life. It steadies and anchors the nervous system to hope on a very spiritual level, allowing you to pass through any problem in your life. This oil will lift your mood and spirit along with clarity and guidance, as it has the ability to open the mind to hear the voice of intuition. If you imagine a hand that reaches out towards you and then opens up, and a voice that says, "Allow me to guide you through." Take this gift. This wonderful balm has the ability to bring clarity to the mind, as if opening a door in which you can pass through towards your goals with confidence and with a lightness of the spirit. Antidepressant, gives pain relief from tension, headaches, antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, astringent, carminative, hypertensive, insecticide, stimulant and tonic. A little goes a long way. Simply rub into temples or on your wrists or soles of your feet. It carries a prayer that begins with these words: "May you always be loved." Wisdom that is associated with this oil. Never doubt words spoken in inspiration, as they come from a deeper part of ourselves. It is better to conquer yourself than to win 1,000 battles. Then the victory is yours. It cannot be taken from you, not by angels or by demons, heaven or hell. Mahatma Gandhi. Ever the eternal optimist and never a cynic, his faith in human nature was unbounded. In a thought for the day in June 16, 1946, he said, "When we know everything has two sides, let us look at the bright side only." Lime refreshingly simple. Apply this balm or essential oil when you are in need of revitalization, cleansing, refreshing and stimulating. This wonderful balm has the ability to remind you of a time in your life where life was refreshingly simple, and as you apply this balm, a light, joy and a sense of fun come forth. Imagine someone walks into the room whose spirit is so light and fun-loving that it becomes infectious, and quite instantly your mood is lifted just by their presence. As you apply this balm, its uplifting and very refreshing qualities open up the senses and raise the spirit, reminding you that life is wonderful. It reminds us to celebrate life. It activates a feel-good chemical in the brain and releases memories of times gone by that remind you of a similar feeling in your past. It will be a balm that you feel is infectious, and its qualities fill your system with lightness and a mood that can only be described as refreshingly simple. Love is the only true healing balm. Apply it where necessary, to oneself and others. For we are connected to each other in ways we have never really appreciated before. We really hope that you use the essential oils you feel drawn to, and before you use, sit with the oil, place a few drops on your hand and invite the wisdom of nature to reveal the real gift to you. Please pay us a visit at Birmingham Holistic Health Centre. Stuart Morris. www.birminghamholistic.co.uk. Telephone 07734459908. Remember, spend more time in nature and soak up the hidden energies within nature, for what the eye doesn't see is far more important than you realize.